So, hey guys, what's going on? Not too much going on here. I just figured I'd hop on. I haven't been on in a long time. Let's see. What can we do? I've been looking around, watching stuff. Figured if I'm gonna sit here and watch stuff, why don't I watch stuff with everybody else? So y'all can see what I do when I'm on the computer and not online. I actually haven't been home for a long time. For a while, probably about 2 weeks. So haven't been able to check out much of what I've been doing and what I like watching. And so let's watch these well, this is my 600-pound life with a guy I like watching. His name's Shauna Steele, and I'm halfway through the episode right now, but I'll let you guys watch too.
Like once you
And
get
he
on a
like
roll
gives his
and
own
you're used
commentary to the show, and I want to find a show, and I actually have a show. I don't know if you guys would be interested, but I've been watching 60 Days In, and actually I could go to that show right now. Let me go to that. 60 Days In. I don't know if anybody knows what that show is, but it's people go into jail to try to help the warden or the sheriff or whoever that runs the jail. And I'm always talking about it. Me and my boyfriend have been watching them, and it's so jail isn't, well, it kind of is how they portray it in the show, but it isn't at the same time. I mean, I don't know if you guys want to talk about this show or I don't know. I have a bunch of weird shows that I watch. But anyway, so what are you guys doing? My biggest thing is Valentine's Day is coming. And I wanted to know if anybody had any ideas. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day? What do you think is a perfect Valentine's Day or past Valentine's Days? I can tell you of a few past Valentine's Days. I've had some amazing, I've had actually one amazing Valentine's Day that I ever had. And it was so awesome. It like told me there are people out there that really care about you, you know, and pay attention to you and your likes and your dislikes. And that Valentine's Day, it was back in 2012, 2011. And it wasn't even like a boyfriend or a love interest. It was my best friend. He put on this whole Valentine's thing for me in the morning. I went up there and he goes, "Oh, you have to go to the bathroom, right?" And I'm like, "No, not really, but whatever, I'll go in the bathroom." And in the bathroom, he had his laptop playing My Valentine by, I forget what her name is. Martina McBride, that's who it was. Martina McBride. And then I opened the shower curtain and it was like all my favorites. My favorite flower, my favorite soup, my favorite just all my favorite things that he learned over the years. I also have a favorite Mother's Day that he did too, and it was funny because my love interest at the time, they were living in the same house. So it was basically like a contest of who's going to do the best Valentines for me. And my best friend won. It was so funny. He was like, he put out all that stuff and had the perfect song playing and everything. And all my love interest did was he gave me a card and my name was spelled wrong. It was like, yeah, that's great. But it was one of my best Valentines ever because it reminded me that even if it's not a person that you're in love with or whatever, people still love you on different levels. And it's nice to have a non-love interest pay attention to you and recognize you for I think Valentine's Day is for women. It's for the men to scramble around and figure out what they're going to do, to prove to the women in their lives that, oh yeah, we pay attention to you, we love you. That's what I think Valentine's is for. It's to see who pays attention. That's all Valentine's is about. And it's also about money. I mean, nowadays, Valentine's and even Christmas and all those holidays, they're all about who can spend the most, who can do the most, who does the most best, who can go all out. And it's just, I don't know, it's overrated in a way. But yet, like Valentine's Day, it really makes me feel special when somebody goes out of their way to put things that you've said, and just little things that make you realize that they're watching. They realize what you like and what you don't like. And I don't know, it makes me feel so. This Valentine's Day, I'm excited for, hopefully. 4 days after Valentine's Day was supposed to be my court date for my divorce, but it looks like that's gonna fall through. So I'm not gonna have court on the 18th like I've been telling everybody for my divorce. So it's gonna be more time that I get to sit here in limbo, which I absolutely hate limbo. I don't, I like being spontaneous, and I like not knowing, like, for gifts and things like that. But to sit in limbo and not know what's my next step, what is going on with this or this, it's torture for me. I like everything really laid out, and it's killing me to not know what's going to happen for court. And I say that like about my house that I live in. I don't know what's going on with my house. It's like, am I going to have to sell it? Am I still going to live here? Or do I have to move out and sell it and then pay this guy who I was married to for 4 years and pay him something when this house was left to me? And it's all really stressful. It's very stressful. Because I want to move on in my life. I'm done. My ex-husband left, and he chose that, yep, this is what we're going to do. I'm leaving. Bye. See you later. And go fuck yourself, whatever. No thought of me or my 23-year-old son, just left. And we were here. We've been paying everything. We've been dealing with everything. And basically he wants me to sell the house and give him half. Dude, we were only married 4 years. That's it. 4 years. That's not half of a house that was given to me and left to me by somebody who passed away years ago. It just doesn't make sense to me. Oh, hello, whoever's checking in here. Nice to see somebody's watching. Just talking about Valentine's Day, and if you have any memories from past Valentine's Days, or gonna have some plans for this Valentine's Day. And the divorce I'm going through, which is great. But anyways, so he expects me to sell my house and give him half of my house when he's only lived here for 4 years. And he didn't do anything to fix the house. He didn't, nothing like that. We did everything. My son and I, we did it all. And he's trying to basically it's like, if you rent an apartment, right? You rent an apartment, or you rent a house, or you rent something to live. And now he's leaving the lease of the rental. He wants his money back. Imagine if we all could rent something, and then when our lease is up, we could just go, you know what? All right, give us our money back that we paid for the whole year. Can you please do that? That's basically what he's asking. That's basically what he wants. And it's just not how the world works. It's like, no, you lived here for 2 years. You paid the bills that you would have paid anywhere else to live. You didn't go above and beyond anything. So why the hell do I owe you $50,000, $60,000? I mean, we're talking money. We're not talking, just a couple thousand. We're talking big money here that he wants half of. And $50,000, $60,000 in this market right now, that's not enough to buy anything, really. So I'll be up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. And that was supposed to be decided on the 18th, 4 days after Valentine's Day. But the court, I guess, has decided to, well, the court hasn't decided yet, but his lawyer's going to be busy. So somehow that became my problem. I was hoping to be celebrating winning the court case, this whole divorce thing, and being divorced on the 18th. That's what I was hoping for. That would have been great. But now I'm going to have to wait, and that sucks. It totally sucks. But yeah, I haven't been on much. Just wanted everybody to know that I'm still alive and kicking. I mean, it looks like not many people cared. Or I'm too early. Maybe I'll stream again later tonight. I have worked on quitting smoking. I haven't quit yet, but I'm doing good. I'm down to 3 packs a week, if that. I also only drink once a week now. And then I only have a few, when I do drink, I only have a few. But I'm doing pretty good. I just wish more people were here so I knew how everybody else was doing. This is a quick, I'm going live, and I just went live without really telling anybody, so I understand why there's not many people watching, which is fine. I haven't been around in a few weeks, so I haven't been on, per se. Speaking of one of those cigarettes, I'm going to have one. I smoke a lot when I'm at home. I don't smoke a lot when I'm gone. It's easier because home equals stress and equals all kinds of stuff. So I tend to smoke a lot. But I was down to a pack every 2.5, 3 days. Which is awesome for me. I went from 2 packs a day to that. And I have a vape too, which I can vape. Right now I have sour apple. So I'm not really too happy about the vape that I have. It's kind of gross. But I'll get my pina colada vape and I'll be fine. I'll get that tomorrow. But Valentine's Day. And now they're not even calling it Valentine's Day. I guess they're calling it Heart Day or something like that, or Love Day. They're calling it something like that because Valentine's was actually Saint Valentino, or I don't know. Let's look it up. It was a Christian feast day to honor martyrs named Valentine. Yeah, it later became a celebration of love and romance. Once again, may have also been a way to Christianize the pagan festival of Lupercalia, which was celebrated on February 15th. It was a fertility festival. Well, God, I hope it's not a fertility festival anymore. I'm all set with having any more kids. But it had to do with Saint Valentine. So now they've changed it to like Love Day or something like that because it's a Christian holiday. So once again, just like Christmas. I mean, I'm sure one day, years from now or whatever, yeah, St. Valentine's Day, the feast of St. Valentine. But I'm sure they're going to try to change Christmas, the name of Christmas, because Christmas is way too Christian. But Valentine's Day, the mysterious history of Valentine's Day. Oh, let's see this. Share screen.
Why do we bother giving these Valentine's Day cards out to people? It's awkward, cheesy, takes so long, and to be honest, I have no idea why we do it. This is Can Explains the Origins of Valentine's Day. What if I told you that
This is a little girl making this nice video. I wish I could make videos like this.
Origins of Valentine's Day have a very mysterious history. It appears there isn't one true reason for the Day of Love. Some think it has to do with birds. Others think it has to do with a man in jail. And last but not least, some historians say that it all came down to an ancient Roman festival of fertility. So how did we get from that to here with all of these cards and chocolates and roses, treats? Let's start with the first theory. Back in ancient Roman times, there was a festival called Lupercalia, which was a celebration of fertility. Pretty wild stuff happened.
Yay, I said it right. Lupercalia. Oh, now I say it wrong. Anyway.
Happened there. Let's just say love was in the air. But one thing that was said to have happened was the pairing up of people. Men would pick random women's names out of a jar and be matched for the length of the festival. Some of these matches would last longer, even ending in marriage. Wait a sec. Picking random names out of a jar led to marriage? No, thank you. Anyway, Lupercalia eventually became less popular. Our next origin story has to do with jail. A Roman emperor, Claudius II, banned marriages. One reason was because he didn't want his army to be distracted by marriage commitments. But one priest continued to marry in secret. So the emperor put him in jail and eventually executed him. He was said to have been executed on February 14th, and he became known as Saint Valentine.
Okay, so Saint Valentine was executed on Valentine's Day. So that's how he became known as Saint Valentine. I got it. I'm putting this video in our comment thing because nobody's talking anyway, so that's cool. So that we can watch this, and we gave her credit for her cute little video here.
Matched for the length of the festival. Some of these matches would last longer, even ending in marriage. Wait a sec. Picking random names out of a jar led to marriage? No, thank you. Anyway, Lupercalia eventually became less popular.
That would probably go good with me. Pick a random name out of a jar, and that's who I marry.
Our next origin story has to do with jail. A Roman emperor, Claudius II, banned marriages. One reason was because he didn't want his army to be distracted by marriage commitments. But one priest continued to marry in secret. So the emperor put him in jail and eventually executed him. He was said to have been executed on February 14th.
I always dream that, like, on Valentine's Day, I'll get, like, the perfect dinner and something sparkly. I've always wanted a ring or piece of jewelry on Valentine's Day. I've always wanted that. It'll probably never happen in my life, but that's just one of my wants. I wanted to hear you guys and what you guys wanted and what you guys think is going to happen this Valentine's Day for you. And but not too many people are chatting or even listening. So,
And he became known as Saint Valentine. But to be honest, there are multiple stories about dudes called Saint Valentine, and very little info to which one is true, or if any of them are. Let's not forget about the final theory. This one is a little less dramatic than a priest in jail. Instead, it involves nature. It's said that, back in medieval times, birdwatchers noticed that birds would mate on February 14th. This caught the attention of English poet and author Geoffrey Chaucer, who was a real romantic. He loved writing about love. Chaucer put a poetic spin on those bird matches and wrote this line.
For this was on Saint Valentine's Day, when every fowl cometh there to chase his lay.
Plain English? Basically, the birds choose their mates on Valentine's Day. This poem popularized the connection of St. Valentine's Day on February 14th and the theme of love. From those three theories on Valentine's Day origins, how did we get here? Exchanging cards, giving chocolates? Well, let me explain the cards. Remember that jailed priest from earlier in the video? Back when he was in jail, it was said that he fell in love with the jailer's daughter before he died, as legend has it. It said he wrote her one last letter and signed it, Your Valentine. And it's believed to be the inspiration behind Valentine's Day cards. As for gifts like chocolates and roses, well, around Chaucer's time in the Middle Ages, knights would give maidens roses as gifts. Giving chocolate wasn't really a thing back then, since sugar was so hard to get. And then came the end of the Industrial Revolution in the 18th. That's when chocolate became more available to everyday people. In 1861, Richard Cadbury, yes, the guy behind the chocolate brand we still have today, jumped on a marketing opportunity. It's widely believed he's the first to have produced a heart-shaped box of chocolates. And eventually, chocolate, since it can be sweet and soft, became associated with love. Well, there you have it, a lot of history dedicated to a day about love. From pagan festivals to bird watching to a priest in jail, Valentine's Day sounds really complicated. And sure, sending Valentine's Day cards and true love might be cringy, but for me, I'm gonna focus on getting all the chocolate I can. For CBC Kids News, I'm Mela Fitzpatrick.
There we are. Hey, oh, nice to meet you. A nice firm handshake, young man. Schoolboy Runaway. That's what we're playing today. Where's my mouse at? All right. 3 attempts. Parents come check the player. Mom Sometimes checks multiple rooms. Parents move towards the noise. After 3 seconds, parents calmly move towards the noise. I don't know what this game's about, but it was recommended to you guys that I play it. So,
Jingle bells.
If anybody wants to talk or feels like talking or anything, come on up. I'm watching these videos, and I put the link in the chat if you feel like coming up. If not, that's fine. I'm just going to sit here and watch these videos and see if anybody else comes on in. Because my whole chat on Valentine's Day is over. I can't wait. I'll make sure that I'll go live after Valentine's Day so you guys can know how mine went. A lot of pressure, you men out there.
can you shut up? Let's do it. Let's run away. I can't wait. Whee, it's cold outside. Here we are inside our house playing some crappy horror game, looks like. PUBG, one of the two. What is that? I can't read any of this.
Mom, can I go play? My friend is here.
Did you finish your homework?
This is my favorite YouTuber, by the way. It's Cinnamon Toast Ken. I'll put his link in the description box, but I already put it in the comment section. Him and Buff Pro, they are awesome YouTubers. I wish I could be like them someday. Here's me dreaming again. But he plays games sometimes, but most of the time he talks. He has them talking about Chris Hansen and Catch a Predator and all kinds of other things. Like I wanted to like go over TV shows. Like I like 60 Days In. I'd like to go over that show with my opinion. But yeah, I'm going to do that later on. But for right now, we're just going to watch this.
Yes.
Unless anybody wants to talk.
Oh.
Then
Just
show
gonna
me
watch
your
this
class
and-
journal.
Yeah, I did my homework, Mom.
Wait, what's that? Enough?
Ooh.
Teacher's note? Misbehaved in class? Was goofing off.
Oh my gosh.
Yet you want to play outside. You should be ashamed. Go study. No going out for you.
Ooh.
He's grounded today. Watch out. If I see you slicking around, I'll rough you up real good.
Whoa, Mom, whoa. I mean, all right, I understand. I'm a problem child and everything, but
I'm going to actually do that now.
How long do you think you can survive in here?
I don't know.
This is the Clark County Jail. The facility houses about 500 inmates, both men and women with crimes ranging from misdemeanor to murder. Before I took office, I think the inmates for the most part were running the facility.
This is one thing. Inmates, they think they run the facility because they're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But the problem with jail is there are so many inmates that are in and out. You have like a revolving door. You know, you'll be there for like a month, let's say. Say you're there a month serving time for something. You could see the same person 3 different times in that month come in and out. And it's so messed up. And they're there for a couple days and then they get bailed out. and then they leave, and then they're back within a couple days, and then they're out again. And it's sickening to watch, but inmates can't run something if there's not people there longer than a month. And in jail is only for people that are there for under a year. That's people that are serving 6 months, 8 months, they go to jail. People that are serving a year and a day, they go to prison.
The drugs were just absolutely rampant in the jail. People were getting arrested on purpose because drugs were cheaper to get in jail.
It used to be you come to jail and get strung out.
But it wasn't just the inmates that were the problem.
Think other inmates are moving it for us? You think officers are moving it for us? Probably both.
Corruption had risen to the highest office.
Former Clark County Sheriff Danny Rodden has pleaded guilty to federal charges involving a prostitute.
Rodden faces up to 25 years in prison.
I'm responsible for everybody's well-being and safety in the Clark County Jail. There was just so much going on that was bad. It was apparent that drastic change needed to take place.
Our female section of our jail. Our female inmates, they fight occasionally, but they fight verbally every single day.
This is the kind of stuff I like watching outside of YouTube. Anyways, I'm going to watch this, and you guys, thanks for your support. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.